Hello everybody, how's it going? We are here with a general and timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing that somebody's reaching out to you. For some of you, you've had tension with this person, or you could have gotten into an argument. For others of you, though, I am seeing a second person that's coming through wanting to chat with you. For some of you, this person is interested. I'm hearing theoretically. I'm looking at the Four of Swords and the High Priestess and the Judgment card. You may feel that it's important that you have time on your own to reflect on what you are feeling, what you're picking up on. To have the moon and to have Pluto, this is wanting to like really analyze what you're sensing, because the moon with the High Priestess, that's going to be like your psychic abilities, your ability to feel like your astral body, what you're sensing, what you're picking up on, what you know, but what you may not yet be consciously aware of. So this is about bringing your senses to the front. And this is like your auric senses of what it is that you're feeling. And Pluto is going to want to break that down and analyze it to bring it to a space where that is conscious awareness. There may be a message in there that feels kind of hard to receive, but I'm seeing it's also going to be the solution to maybe something that had been bringing up anxiety for you. So it's going to be an important moment. This has to do with a relationship of yours, but I'm seeing you taking a break from this person. There's something here that needs to be felt out about the connection, because I'm seeing you kind of... There's a toss-up between you and this person and how you're managing your way through this, but I'm seeing you're going to kind of switch over to a more intuitive way of interacting with this person. You also need to make sure that you're being practical as well. Anytime that the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles come out together, there's a focus on you needing to lean into your intuition, but to use it in a practical way. So you need to get a hold on how you're feeling and what you're sensing and what your higher self is telling you about your dynamic with this person, and then proceeding in a way where there's guided and grounded action that you are taking based off of what you are interpreting with this person and how you should move forward based off of like your own instincts of what you're understanding here. There's something important here that you're going to realize. I feel like Neptune has been coming out in all of the readings. There's a telling conversation that you're going to have with this person, but I'm seeing it not be time for that yet. You had been doing things in a way before that is going to be changing, but it only changes when your mindset changes. Changing meaning expanding, evolving. It's not just like I was feeling this way, now I'm just switching it up completely. This is more like a progressive mindset that is gained through reflection and understanding and willingness to understand. Okay, so this relationship where you feel like there's been space or like some sort of break between you and this person, right? I'm seeing you trying to reflect on like, what is my intuition actually telling me what to do, and how do I take that and make it like choices and behavior and action that I'm taking. Like, how do I initiate something like that I'm picking up on, that I'm receiving, and like what choices does that information align with that I'm receiving here? However, there's something about like an old mindset that you are going to be reframing. It's kind of like this like spiritual upgrade that you're going through. It's like before you may have been trying to make something work on the computer system, but you needed to upgrade it. But I'm seeing this be like an energetic spiritual thing. So there's like an upgrade, there's a shift that you're going through that then allows you to like run the program that you have access to already, but the system needs to be upgraded in order to run that program. You feel what I'm saying here? This means too, I'm hearing something about hyperfixation. This means too that with Pluto and Neptune, you're cutting through to the truth. So whatever veil had been there before, it's being lifted. But it was something that it was, before it was lifted, I'm seeing it had been keeping you kind of like going in circles within this situation. But it was something where you always sort of felt like you were chasing your tail within the dynamic with this person. I'm hearing the anomaly. I'm seeing that you're jumping track. I'm seeing you're hopping into a different timeline. Hopping into a different timeline. I'm seeing there be an association with an upgrade again. Ace of Swords. This is you having an awareness of what you had been repeating before and also what you're stepping into now. This is going to be a change of scenery for you. I'm also seeing that information that was somehow unavailable to you is going to be coming through. But until it comes through, it was almost like there was maybe you having no idea that it was even there. It's like something was completely invisible to you, and then it breaks through, and then you have that information. Seems too like you'd been stuck in a cycle where you just felt maybe like you were broken based off of something that happened in the past, even though you're not, but it may have been something that you were projecting. But it was only because you weren't ready to see something. It's kind of like, you know, when you find yourself in a situation and because you may be like projecting a particular energy, that's the only thing that keeps you stuck there. So you may have seen yourself as broken within a situation based off of what happened, and that mindset was actually what was keeping you in a broken situation. And then you break into this energy where you're like, oh, I don't have to keep putting myself through that. And I'm seeing you jump timelines here. I'm seeing you move into like a more expansive timeline that's breaking open for you, but you needed to recognize this cycle that you kept repeating with this person before. But it doesn't just have to be one person. This can be, it's like the same cycle that keeps repeating even if it's with different people. And it was like the same thing over and over again. Every time you connected with somebody, the same cycle was repeating, but it was because of this story you were telling yourself and something that needed to be worked out karmically. It's like something with your programming. But now you're upgrading, okay? So this is like a spiritual, energetic upgrade that you are moving from, but you needed to realize that you were done with that in order to hop to this next cycle, where I'm seeing you be in this space where you're like, it's almost like transcending it, and from above you being able to see like the whole route that you kept taking. But you know, when you're on the path, you don't see it from that objective standpoint that now, since you're in this spot, you can see it from. And I'm seeing it be connected with needing to heal something, probably something that began in childhood and a cycle that kept repeating over and over again. And this is you finally transcending that cycle. Finally. But it's something that you've been doing for a long time. I'm seeing Cancer here. May have been something with your mother or a matriarch or a feminine figure within your childhood. And it can be also about your divine feminine energy, because that's also associated with Cancer. And we also have the moon over here again too. So we do have heavy Cancer, Gemini, Pluto, Neptune, and also Jupiter as well. Yeah, I'm seeing like you may have had a guide come through, whether this be through synchronicities, through a person like an earth angel, or even just like you connecting with your guides, or just somebody that's a guide for you within your life. Something here like a life vest that was extended to you that may have sort of helped you to see something that you needed to see. This can also be you being in a space where you're just like ready to expand emotionally, mentally, energetically. But what I'm getting is that you actively had to choose to walk out of a cycle, or to at least separate yourself enough to be able to like look back at it rather than being in the middle of it. And that's kind of what breaks something loose in order for you to continue moving. And I'm seeing that be a significant moment here. It's also about your self-worth too. And spending your time doing things that you feel like are worthwhile as well. Yeah, it's almost like you needing to be in a spot where you didn't want to like be the broken player anymore, you know, like where you didn't want to be that like broken-hearted person, and where you actually got into a place where you were being brave about what you wanted and like going after it and seizing it. But with this Three of Swords here, it meant that you needed to be willing to face something that maybe before you weren't ready to face. It was like the genesis of something that kept you in this space. Ooh, I'm seeing something very, very happy here happening with the Three of Cups and the Ten of Cups. There is somebody that you're going to be connecting with that is going to feel like, I'm hearing an exuberant and joyful experience that you have. It may not happen immediately, but I am seeing somebody that you're going to be connecting with that you feel like wholly sees you, and you feel super supported by this person. For some of you, you could be like joining some sort of group as well, or something community based. I'm seeing something that brings a lot of joy, happiness. This can also be an event that you participate in as well. This also means like connecting with more people that you feel are like more your speed. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.